our next historian. She's no queen, she's no princess, and she's certainly no lady. No, she's the baddest bitch in Westeros. Please, give your hands a clappy clappy. Raise your chalice high. Your Arya Stark! Valar Morghulis. The girl is Arya Stark of Winterfell, and I am drunk. And I'm going home, but only for a little while, because what I really want to do is go exploring. It's true. I actually found the perfect face to use for my expeditions. Yep. Don't worry, she didn't suffer much. A girl is Arya the Explorer, and I am going on a boat. I already went. Yeah, I'm back now. I'm back. I went west of Westeros, across the entire Sunset Sea. And do you guys want to know what I found? Yeah. You guys want to know? Yeah. Alright, what's west of Westeros? The fucking east coast of Essos. Yeah, that's it. That's all there is. Just 2 bloody continents. It's all George wrote. And apparently the world is round, just like him. 7 L's. Yeah. So, you know what was shitty is that it took me like halfway across the fucking Red Waste until I found some like horse barbarians and realized that I was in Essos. And I was like, fuck. But, you know, let's just take a second to talk about the Dothraki and the fact that like 99.9% of all the brown and black people in this world are either fucking savages or enslaved. Not to mention the fucking segregation of the house of black and white, right? I mean, but seriously, can anyone in here name a single black character that even has a last name? Can we do that? I don't think so. Yeah, it's hard. But, you know, honestly, it's not all the racism and sexism that bothers me the most. I mean, I get it. It's like the Middle Ages mixed with Middle Earth. Like, George just like middle things, you know, it's fine. But no. It's the fact that it's unfinished. That's the part that bothers me the most. Like, by now, couldn't we just get the fucking crib notes for the last 2 seasons, or the last 2 books, right? Am I right? Yeah. Am I right or am I right? Yeah, and then maybe then my sex life wouldn't have sucked so fucking hard, right? Seriously, the first guy that I fuck, and he tries to marry me. What the fuck? 7 L's? Yeah, seriously. It's like, well, but it really is because I'm that good, especially when I take off the old gloves. I'm like a Shay in the sheets and a Brienne in the streets. Gendry, he especially liked it when I put on Walder Frey's face and I let him do me bum. But at least he knew to stick it with the pointy end. But seriously, like, how lame would have it been if I fucking accepted his proposal, right? Seriously, all men must serve. Valar Doharis. All men. And I'm starting to think all women must serve too. Like, I want to check out some of those King's Landing strips. Oh yeah. I really want to explore all the landscapes, except for maybe Hot Pie, because that sounds like a fucking Westeros steamer. Something you have to pay extra for in a Dornish whorehouse. But the truth is, I gotta do some cool ass shit, right? Like, I gotta learn the art of the faceless man, which is sweet. So now I can fulfill my lifelong dream of being a janitor in a Scooby-Doo episode. But I never understood why like your body changes when you change your face, right? But I guess it's just face-off rules. So it's the same way that you can turn Nicolas Cage into John Travolta. And it was pretty fucking sweet that I got to be the one to kill the Night King, right? Alright, I've been practicing this. There you go. Murder. So yeah, that was pretty fucking sweet. And because of that, a lot of people thought that I was the next prince who was promised. I mean, that makes sense, right? So, and since this is drunk history, I should probably get even drunker. So I'll take a shot. Blackberry wine. Valar Morghulis. It's really good. That's what she says. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you the history of the first prince who was promised. Azor Ahai.
Whoa.
Yes. Whoa is right. Except in my research, I found out something really important. We've all been pronouncing it wrong. It's not Azor, it's Azar, and he had a first name. It was Frank. Frank Azar. It is high. That was it. Yes, and it's not the prince who was promised. It was the strong arm who was promised. Yes. And but he needed a hero's weapon. So legend has it that 8,000 years ago, in the era of heroes, it was the age of heroes, and he was chosen to help the children end the first long night, but he needed a sword that was meant for heroes, right? So he labored for 30 days and 30 nights, and he made the sword that was like the most beautiful sword that anyone had ever seen. And he went to temper it in water, and it fucking shattered, which makes no sense. It's okay, I think it's because he was really sleep deprived because he stayed up for a month straight. So it shattered, but he still needed a sword, so he tried it again. And this time, he labored for 50 days and 50 nights, which is just fucking absurd. I think it's just poetic, and I think really, he probably labored for 100 days, and he just took the day shift for the first half, and the night shift for the second half. That makes more sense. So this time he tempered it by stabbing it in a lion's heart. But again, it shattered. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. So, and that's why there's no fucking lions, right? I don't know why the Lannisters are called lions. There's no lions. No. So, fuck all. So again, Frank Azar is still really, really high. And he needs to be a hero, and he needs a hero's sword. So he does it a third time. And this time he labors for 100 days and 100 nights. And by then, he's so sleep deprived that he's basically Jack Nicholson from The Shining. And all work and no play makes for a murderous psychopathic husband. That makes sense. So he calls for his wife, whose name is Nisa. That's right, Nisa. Which sounds like something fucking Jar Jar Binks would have written. Old George Jar Jar Martin. Ba-dum-bum. That deserves a shot. Everybody take a drink for that stupid fucking joke. Jar Jar Martin. All right. And he's like, hey, Nisa, show me your tits. So she pops him out, and then he stabs her in the fucking heart. But this time, her soul combines with the steel of the sword to make Lightbringer. It's the red sword of heroes, and legend has it that apparently he helped to end the first long night with it, right? But what's fucked up is that the only reason there were fucking night walkers in the first place, white walkers, night walkers, it don't make sense, is because the children created them to end the humans, right? To end the men. And this is where like the timeline gets all janky, because supposedly that happened 2,000 years after they had a treaty between the men and the children. So I don't fucking know. But let's not worry about the math in a world in which everyone's justification for anything is, it is known. But why? It is known. How do you know? It is known. Okay, you're not going anywhere without fucking debate, right? Alright, but I don't honestly blame them, because before the men came, it was a beautiful world full of magic and unicorns and giants and magical tree gods, and then these fucking white dudes showed up and just started slaughtering brown children, and I thought this was supposed to be fiction, but yeah. And they were actually right that men would be their demise. It was fucking King Bran, right? The vegetable. It was King fucking Bran who eventually became their demise because of his brilliant thing where he let the Night King grab his wrist, and then the end of the Children of the Forest, and it was the last of fucking summer, and Hodor, may his giant's cock rest in peace. And all the eye rolling, and he never even went back in time to become Bran the Builder, or any of the other billions of loopholes that they left unfinished. But everybody, let's raise our glasses to the fucking first 6 seasons. Alright? It started off hard, and the sex was fucking brilliant, and then all of a sudden, it turned into a sad, soft whiskey dick that never came. And we're all left with blue balls forever.
My goddess. The baddest bitch in Westeros.